on the Pear Deck. Start your do now. I'm taking attendance. If you're just coming in, my PowerPoint is up that tells you to log into Google Classroom, go to your classwork, go to the 8th of August 21st, and log into Pear Deck and start your do now. Giving you 5 minutes to have the first 5 slides done. For every 6 cats, there are 4 dogs. For every 6 cats, there's 4 dogs. For every 6 cats, there's 4 dogs. For every 4 cats, there's 6 dogs. Thank you, Omar. For every 6 cats, there are 4 dogs. So a lot of you are putting 6 cats, 4 dogs. Let's look at the slide. At the pet store, the ratio of dogs to cats was 6-4. So let's think about this for a second. One of the rules of ratios we talked about yesterday was something matters. What matters when we're looking at ratios? It starts with an O. Yes, Kimberly.
Order.
Order matters. Okay, this is exactly where we're going with this. So if order matters, and the ratio of dogs to cats was 6-4, who has the 6? Who came first, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs. So let's look at this as a ratio. Let's look at this as a ratio. Dogs, so dogs to cats, right? And dogs to cat is 6-4, correct? Some of you are not looking at your screen, and it's the same people who missed this, so let's keep tracking. So dogs is 6, cats is 4, right? Which means for every 4 cats, there is 6 dogs. The sentence is different, but the numbers have to stay the same. Okay, so fix that in your Pear Deck if you haven't done so already. I'll give you about 20 seconds to fix this. You can
So aquí está mal, porque siempre tienes que poner, así como está el número, dice 6-4, la orden siempre tiene que quedar 6-4.
Okay, for the second one, write the ratio of 3 cats to 5 rats in 2 forms. So Dara, calling on you. What do you think the first form is here?
It is 3.
Huh?
It has 3 and 2 points.
This is called, these 2 points is called a colon. Can you say that for me?
Colon.
Yep, so it's 3 colon, and then what's the number?
5.
5. And how do you know that?
Because it says, write the ratio of 3 cats and 5 rats in 2 forms.
Yep. So we have 3 cats, which is the 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does the word 2 mean? What symbol did we say that is?
The colon.
Yep. The word 2 uses the symbol colon. Good job, Dara. And then this last one, 5 rats, is the number 5. That is why, because the order matters. Therefore, we're going to keep it in this form just like this. So now we have the text. Let's do the text version using words. So Nicholas Ortega, you're going to help me out with this second one. Using words, how would I write this ratio?
For every 3 cats, there are 5 rats.
That is amazing. 3 cats, there are 5 rats. Perfect. Last one, Shayla. I want to write this as a fraction now. What goes on the first, I'm going to draw this out. What goes on the top?
The 3,
Yep. What goes on the bottom?
5.
Yep. Another way to do this, guys, if you're not drawing it, is to type it out. So when you type it out, it's gonna be
The
3
3 and the
slash, yep, 5. This is the computer way to write it, and this is the mathematical way to draw it. Okay, so when we're doing this in the computer, and this is important because when we're doing our Khan Academy homework that's due by Monday, this is the symbol you're going to be using for fractions and division. Okay, so update your Pear Deck if you have not done so. I'll give you 20 seconds to do so, and go. Okay, looking at this last question, it says look at the data. When it says to look at the data, when we think about data, we're thinking about information. Data is information. And where's the information coming from? KK, where's the information coming from?
From the bugs.
Yeah, so this is the data right here. This is the info we're using, correct? So
Yes.
KK, stay with me for this one. It says, what is the ratio for, and I'm gonna highlight this. Let me find a highlighter, spotlight. What is, oh no, no, never mind. Man. Let's see if this works. No, that is definitely not working. Okay. 1 second. Miss Ferry, do you know how to highlight? Oh, there you go. Is a box. What is the ratio for grasshoppers, right, to butterflies?
So, what's the ratio for grasshoppers to butterflies?
Yep.
So there are 9 butterflies
Yep.
and 3 grasshoppers.
So in your answer here, you could have put, if I'm going to do it as a ratio, KK, how would I say that?
3. There are 3 grasshoppers.
And then this is where you're going to need to know the ratio word. It starts with an F.
For every 9 butterflies.
That is amazing. Great job. There are 3 grasshoppers for every 9 butterflies. Please update your Pear Deck if you do not have this. Another way you could say this is for every 3 grasshoppers, there are 9 butterflies. Both of these sentences work if you have this. You can also write the actual ratio, which is 3 to 9. Or the words 3 to 9. Any of those will suffice. Please fix your Pear Deck right now before we finish the last sentence. For those of you who do have it correct, which I see Omar does, Omar, so you're going to help me answer number B. What is the ratio of ladybugs to the total number of bugs?
7, 17.
I can barely hear you. Can you repeat that?
7 to 17.
7. Did you say 7 is the first one? So 7, and that's coming from the 7 ladybugs. Okay. Now it says 2. The word 2 uses a specific symbol that Dara was talking about earlier. What symbol is that called? Starts with a C, Omar.
I don't know.
Describe what it looks like then.
2 dots.
The 2 dots. This is called the colon symbol. I need you to repeat that for me, Omar.
Colon symbol.
Yep. So when I say the colon symbol, it's these 2 dots. Now it says the total number of bugs. In order to get the total number of bugs, what do I have to do, Omar?
Add all the bugs except the ladybugs.
Oh, hold on. Isn't ladybugs part of the total number of bugs?
Yeah.
All the bugs, right?
Yeah.
So how many so we're going to add, what numbers we're going to add?
7, 3, 5, and 9.
Which is equal to?
Um, 24.
Absolutely. Perfect. So that last number in the ratio is going to be 24. Great job. Update your Pear Deck in the next 10 seconds, including Yarel. Make sure you're updating this because I see that we're not focused on Pear Deck, which means that you're going to have a lot of homework, lady. And stay after class to talk to me about this. Giving another 10 seconds to update your Pear Deck slides. Okay, I'm moving on. Kevin, can you read the first sentence for me? On the top.
Ratio. A ratio compares value how much of one thing there is compared to another thing.
Great. So an example of one thing that was compared to another thing was the bugs compared to the total bugs, or the cats compared to the rats, or the cats compared to the dogs compared to the cats. So una ratio compara los valores, cuánto de una cosa hay en comparación con otra cosa. So ratios can be written in 3 ways. We discussed this already. Dara, I'm going to call on you to see. Actually, Omar, I'm going to call you to see if you remember. What's the second way it's called? This one right here. How is it written? Omar, you with me? What's the name of this symbol? Starts with a C. It starts with a C-O, co. It's the colon symbol. Repeat that for me.
Colon symbol.
Got to remember that, buddy. One more time. What is it called?
The colon symbol.
Thank you. Great. So these ratios can be written in three ways: A to B, A colon B, which is the same thing as saying A to B, or A slash B, which is a fraction, in which you can also say A to B. Words that describe these ratio relationships: the word to, the word for each, for every, and out of every. This is a review from yesterday. We're going to move forward now. Let me pull up the slide. So let's say my brother watches 3 times as much television as I do. We compare the number of hours of television he watches in a day to the number of hours I watch in a day. So whose number would come first, Rodney? Mine or my brother's?
Your brothers?
Yeah, my brother's comes first. So, 1 second. So my brother comes first because it's in the order. It says, my brother watches. How many times does my brother watch TV, Rodney?
3 times?
3 times as much as who?
As much as you?
Yeah, right? So I'm the second one, right? So we could separate this like if there's a colon here, right? So if there's 3 times as much as I do, Rodney, I'm going to write this here. Let me make this a little shorter. There you go. If he watches 3 times as much as I do, this isn't working. Okay. What is his number and what is my number? And how do you know?
Your number, his number is 3 and your number is 1.
And why is that true?
Because he watches 3 times as much television as you.
And what is 3 times 1?
3.
Yeah. So if my number is 1 and he watches 3 times as much as me, that means he watches 3 hours to my 1 hour. But let's say this, Rodney. What if I watch 2 hours of TV? How many hours does he watch then?
5?
Remember, he watches 3 times as much as I do.
Oh,
3 times.
6.
Yeah, because what's 2 times 3?
6.
Yeah. So now let me call on Brila. If I one second. There we go. If I watch 3 hours of TV, Brila, how many hours of TV does my brother watch?
9 hours.
Yes. Why is that true?
Because your brother watches 3 times as much TV as you do, and when you do 3 times 3, it equals 9.
That is perfect. Thank you for that explanation. Great job. We're going to move forward now to the next slide. So let's come up with an example of a ratio relationship that's interesting to you. I want you to write 1 sentence of a ratio relationship that's interesting to you. Go ahead. It could be anything. So Omar is starting to write. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Dara. Thank you, Shayla. Thank you, Rodney. Christopher, great job. You're moving along. Mauda, great job. Moises, you're moving along. Cassine, you're moving along. Kevin, you're moving along. Great job. Kimberly, Yarel, KK, Angel, great. Jonathan, great. We're waiting on Brila, Nicholas, Alexander, and Yandir. Thank you. Thank you, Nicholas.
Ahora espera, te deja el messenger. ¿Ya te dejo? Ahí estás. Pon atención.
Ok. El español.
Sí, ahí va a estar coral. ¿Te acuerdas de coral?
Coral. Sí.
Ahí va a estar ella.
¿Qué es lo que necesitas ayuda?
Ok, adiós.
Bye.
Yadel, use the typing tool. It's the letter T right here. Look at my screen. You're going to use this T. You see this? Thumbs up if you see it. Okay. You click that right there after you click the T, and then you start typing for every, and then whatever you want to say, okay? It's a lot easier than the sketch tool. So everybody should be using this T to type everything. Let's see. Moises, for every 8 cookies, there are 6 chocolates, 6 to. Ooh, close. So you're a little backwards though. So Moises, you there with me? Moises?
Yes.
So remember, order matters, right? So you said for every 8 cookies, there are 6 chocolates. And if order matters, then the first thing that came first are the cookies. So it's 8 to 6. So I want you to fix your Pear Deck, okay? Thank you for fixing. Keep working on that. I'm gonna scroll down the next answers. Let's see. For every 2 pizzas, there are 4 wings. This would be great, Cassine. Now fix your numbers. It should be 2 and 4, not 3 and 5. Because you're saying for every 2 pizzas, Cassine, 2 pizzas, 4 wings. It's a good example, by the way. Perfect. Thank you. Keep fixing that for me. And Kevin, for every 6 pencils, there's 3 people. Great job. For every 5 dogs, there's 10 chew toys. Great job, Kimberly. For every $10, there are 5 kids. 10 to 5, 10 slash 5, 10 to 5. Perfect, Yadel. Yadel, this is really, really good. Angel. For every 5 pencils, there's 12 markers. That is true. You had it right. That was okay. 12 markers was fine. You did good, Angel. Keep it back to where it was. Because your ratios are appropriate too.
Está bien, Ángel, como lo hiciste.
So the next slide, if we can see my screen, it says Miss C wants to record the data on favorite ice cream flavors from her students. The results of her survey are shown below. It says, using the information above, write a ratio for each description. I'm going to help you out with the first one. So it says vanilla to chocolate. So what comes first here? Vanilla or chocolate? Shayla.
Vanilla.
And how many vanilla are there?
15.
Yep. What symbol do I need to use now?
2.
Oh, I can say that. Yeah, I can say 15 to. What else? 15 to what?
10.
Yes, because there's 10 what?
Chocolate.
Yep. And now if I keep moving forward, what's a different way to say this? How about this? 15, what symbol should I use? Do you remember the
Slash.
You can use a slash. There's one more, there's another one you can use. Do you remember what it's called?
Colon symbol.
Colon symbol, yes. And Omar, make sure you have a quiet background. I saw that you needed to turn something off. Okay, so we're using 15 to 10 using the colon symbol. So this is the way you can actually write these ratios. What I want you to do on your end is fill out the rest of the chart. Go ahead. Nice, nice. Good job, Omar. Thank you. 15 to 10, 15 slash 10, 1 to 15, 1 slash 15, butterscotch to vanilla. Great job, Nicholas. Nice job, Mauda. That's awesome. Strawberry to vanilla. Great job. We're doing really, really well today, guys. I love this. This is officially our best class. Dara, great job. Thank you, Dara. KK, 7 to 15. Perfect, KK. Thank you. Oh, that's me. Let's see. 15 to 10, 15, 1 to 15, 2 to 10. This is looking really good, Angel. Keep moving. Muy bien, Angel. Jonathan, really good. Muy bien. Cassine, looking good. Finish that last one, man. Great job, Brayla. Thank you for being on top of it always. Kevin, that's awesome. Thank you, buddy. Yandir, muy bien. Es perfecto. Christopher, looks really good, bud. Good job. Yarel, really, really good, Yarel. Keep going. That looks amazing. I want you to, hold on. I'm going to lock everybody's screens for a second. This is amazing. I'm going to turn off student pace. David, you're getting highlighted. Thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, David, where are you?
Right here.
This is brilliant. Do you know why?
Why?
These are called equivalent ratios. This means you're already 2 lessons ahead. This is really, really good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Guys, look at what he just did. 15 to 10, 1 to 15, 2 to 10, 7 to 15, right? That all makes complete sense because that's from the data. Now it says ratio in a different form. Look at all his ratios here. None of those numbers are in the chart, right? However, every single one of these is 1,000% correct. What did you multiply everything by?
By the ratios, the
Yep.
ratios that they told us to put on.
And what did you multiply each of those ratios by?
2 times.
Yeah, 2 times. Look at this, guys. 1 to 15 became 2 to 30 because 1 times 2 is 2. 15 times 2 is 30. 2 to 10 became 4 to 20. 2 times 2 is 4. 10 times 2 is 20. 7 to 15 is 14 to 30. And I'm going to make sure that, David, you get extra credit on this one. This was amazing. Congrats.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, you see, so that's when he was trying to show you earlier about 3 times as much as my brother. That's where this is coming from. So
Yeah, you have to multiply the two times.
Yep, exactly. Okay, we're going to go to the last 2 slides, guys, before we have our exit ticket. So we're going to give 3 ratios with the description of the ratio relationship using the following information. Ms. Nunez, can you translate that for me?
Ok, para este vas a dar 3 proporciones diferentes con una descripción usando la siguiente información. Hay 5 lápices en el escritorio y hay 8 plumas en el escritorio.
Thank you. So now we can do an example. So in English, there are 5 pencils on the desk. There are 8 pens on the desk. So one thing we can do in a sentence, we can say, for every 5 pencils, there are 8 pens. Another one we can say is we can also use the symbols, right? So I'm going to let you figure that one on your own. But in terms of words, you can also say there are 8 pens for every blank pencils. I'll let you figure that one out. Blank pencils. And then the last one you can use, there are blank pencils for every blank pens. And you guys will fill that out. And don't forget to also use the ones with the symbols. So blank to blank, and also you can use blank to blank.
I forgot the math one.
Say that again.
I forgot the math one.
I forgot the math one, or you forgot the math one? Oh, the slash, right? Got it. So you can, thank you, Yada. You are absolutely correct. You can use blank slash blank, and that's a fraction. And if you want to draw that fraction, you can also use blank over blank. So something goes here, and something goes here. So these are all the forms which we can write this. Let me check on everybody's answers. Omar, great job. There are 8 pens for every 5 pencils. Nice. It's looking like we got this. Nice. So this last side. Ratios can be written in how many ways, guys? So I'm going to choose Shay. How many ways can we write it using these symbols?
3.
3, right? 3 different ways. And then this is where I think you were talking about, Shay. We describe ratio relationships with words also, right? And what words do we use, Shay?
We can use for each, for every, and out of every.
And what else? So for each, for every, and what's the last one?
Out of every.
Out of every. And then there's one last one. It's a really short word. Do you remember? It starts with a T.
2.
Yeah, 2. And then the last one, the ratio A to B, or A colon B, is not the same as the ratio blank colon blank, unless A is equal to B. Then we can also say that A to B is not the same as, Omar, what do you think?
B to A.
Yeah, B to A, right? It's the opposite of A to B. Now, this is only true if unless A is equal to B. So for instance, 1 to 1 is the same as 1 to 1. So unless they're the same number, they are not the same. So that's going to end our summary. I'm going to send you guys to your exit ticket. So everybody should be going to Google Classroom. So let's head to Google Classroom. I'm going to go through all the steps.
Sigan los pasos para que se metan a Google Classroom para que hagan el ticket de salida.
Yep. You actually have 2 exit tickets. One that was due already, so you're going to have a little bit of an opportunity to submit that, and the one that's due today. So you're going to go to your math class, go to classwork, under where it says exit tickets. You have 2 exit tickets to complete. First one, I see 14 of you have already turned it in, which is great. There's 10 of you still left. And then the second exit ticket, 4 of you already started turning in, 20 of you left. So that's what we're going to work on right now. So please open your exit ticket. If you've done number 1, open exit ticket number 2. If you haven't done any of them, start with number 1.
I already did
What
both.
if we did both?
Then you are good to go, and I'll see you later.
Si no has hecho el 1, empieza con el ticket de salida 1 y luego el 2. Si ya hiciste el 1 y ya estás completando el 2, nada más le dejas saber al maestro y luego te puedes desconectar.
¿Y dónde le hago para hacerlo?
¿Mande?
¿Dónde le pongo para hacer el ticket?
¿No viste cómo se metió a Google Classroom?
Oh, sí, entonces me salgo de aquí y me meto allá.
¿En dónde estás ahorita?
No, ya.
Métete a tu Google Classroom y luego presiona en matemáticas.
So I'm going to read the first one for everybody first. So write a ratio for the following description. Kim made 3 times as many baskets as John. You're going to put your answer here. describe a situation that could be modeled with the ratio of 4 to 1. So for instance, you could say for every 4 something, there is 1 something, right? That's all you guys. Write a ratio for the following description. For every 6 cups of flour in a bread recipe, there are 2 cups of milk. When you're done with that, submit. Second one, give 2 different ratios using complete sentences. So oraciones that uses the description of the ratio relationship for the following information. There are 15 male teachers in the school. There are 35 female teachers in the school.